immigrant. Free association, as many words as you can think of. Okay, stop. Got one? Okay. Does anybody want to share what you wrote down?
What's your one? Melting pot.
Melting pot, okay.
Someone looking for freedom.
Someone looking for freedom, great.
Opportunity.
Opportunity.
Travel.
Did anybody write down anything negative?
I did.
Yes.
Did you?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
since
care
that
to
one.
share?
Illegal.
Illegal, okay.
Undocumented.
Undocumented,
I
okay.
wrote
A
down
little bit gentler. Anything else?
I wrote down border.
Border, okay. There's no right answer. Usually when we're not being as politically correct as maybe we are today, I get a lot of words like, illegal, lazy, doesn't speak English. Okay, so there's a lot of negative baggage that has gotten attached to the word immigrant. Now, where's your family from? Mine originally came from Hungary, ethnic German. My wife is from Japan. How about you?
Austria.
Austria,
Russia, Poland.
Russia, Poland. Okay. So what happened? What happened? Where's the disconnect here?
We have enough people now.
We have enough people, huh? They're taking all those high-paying jobs, like picking grapes. I want to talk a little bit about BENNU Legal Services. We are a legal aid agency. We primarily do help immigrants. Now, that doesn't mean that we're supporting illegal immigration. We don't do that. We try, in fact, to help solve the problem of illegal immigration by legalizing those who qualify under the law. So we're taking one at a time. We're taking one out of the pool, using current law to help them legalize if they're eligible. Okay, so that's what we are and kind of what we aren't. Essentially, we also help small businesses. So supporting American dreams is our tagline. Really, it's about people for us. I want to talk. It's a little blurry because of the lighting, I think, but I want to talk a little bit about.
Should we turn off the lights?
Yeah.
There you go.
Talk a little bit about this young lady. She and her husband actually have 6 kids. He's here legally. He's a U.S. citizen. Now they have 6 kids. They're from the Aurora area. She stopped by this Saturday. We've been working with her for a couple of years, her and the kids. He knows that she's undocumented. She's illegally in the United States. So he, unfortunately, this is not designer's shirt. This is blood. That's her blood. He beats her. And this is especially the kind of victim, the immigrant victim, who doesn't know their rights. And the abuser oftentimes will lord that over them and say, if you report this to the police, I'm going to have you deported. She doesn't know. She doesn't know what her legal rights are. So, is this a problem in our county, in Lake County? Just in Lake County, the demographics and the incidence rates say that in the Latino community alone, we have roughly around 10,000 victims. 10,000 in Lake County, just in the one immigrant population. Okay. She stopped by. Her name is Martha. She stopped by with the kids this weekend. Now with Martha, I remember meeting with her a few years ago, and they said, well, this kind of case usually costs X, and her face just sank. She looked at her friend who had driven her there, and she said, I don't know what to do. I can't afford that. So I thought, Martha, would you be willing to help out, to give back? Because we'll do your case for nothing. We'll do it pro bono. And she lit back up. And she said, yes, Mr. Attorney, I'll be over to cook and clean tonight. I said, no, Martha, that's not what I mean. What I mean is, will you help our nonprofit, will you help other nonprofits to further their mission? And she said, of course. So she has helped. She puts together mailings, flyers, like the ones we've got there. But this weekend she came with her whole family, they did a nice plaque and everything to say thank you again. And she's gone beyond that volunteer commitment now. She saw the number of volunteers that we have on Saturday, and she and two of the teenage kids said, "Can we come in and do this on Saturday? This looks really, really great. We'd love to help other people." So I said, "Martha, you know, Aurora, that's kind of far." And she said, "No, I don't care. That's fine." So she is kind of a model for us about what it is successful that we do. We don't just give charity. We're not just giving legal aid. We're asking people to give back. It's a two-way street after all. So Martha is legalized. She's able to become self-sufficient, get out of that trap that she was in. So our mission, there are two key words here. One is legalize, which I think I've talked about already. The other is integrate. And that's where Martha is giving back. She's learning skills as she's doing this. She's learning about computers. She's learning things that are going to help her. So we do deal a lot with victims of domestic violence. Supporting American Dreams is our tagline that harmonizes the help that we give both to immigrants and to small business entrepreneurs. So what do? Immigration law, small businesses, family law as a result of people like Martha. She doesn't want to be married to that guy. She may have child custody issues. So family law is another area where we don't advertise. You won't see us on the back of any phone books. But it is something that we have gotten into because of the need. Legal aid is part of what we do. The other part of what we do is education, educational programs, including, here's a long acronym, it took me weeks to come up with this. Strengthening knowledge of immigrants through legalization and learning, skill. So we take people like Martha and we actually have classroom time plus, more importantly, practice time, where she can practice the skills that she's learning. We have to cover a lot of area. Chicago area, anybody know how many immigrants there are legal and not in Chicago, around in the Chicago area? About 1.4 million. Okay, it's one of the biggest. I think in the United States there's about 28 million or so. Chicago area, 1.4 million. So big center. The thing about that is that 800,000, so a majority, are not in the city of Chicago. A majority are actually in the suburbs. So they're among us, right? So we're located here, Lake Bluff, Libertyville, and we're trying to cover the underserved population all around the Chicago metro area, including Aurora, where Martha came from. We do that through a model of working in collaboration with other agencies. Why should we reinvent the wheel? They're there, they know their local community best. They can help us to do that outreach, to do the community education, to reach out to people like Martha and say, hey, look, you don't have to put up with this. There are legal options available to you. So they help us arrange for community education, and then they also allow us to go on site to do legal consultations. We have other educational, we're certified to be continuing legal education providers, so we're actually training other attorneys, judges, etc. about immigration issues as well. In fact, next week we have a bar association. We're going to be talking a lot about immigration issues. Now, I want to talk about why this matters. Why do immigrants matter to us? Does anybody, I mean, we're all in businesses of one sort or another. Does anybody check documents before you take money from somebody? Before, you know, you're doing a transaction, you got a sale? Do you check documents beforehand? If you're at a bank, maybe, right? You got to. Anybody else? We do, because that's our business, that's our job, right? But most of us will accept the cash with no problem. So what is the economic impact of immigrants? What do they mean for us? Let's talk about the Asian immigrants first of all. So in 2 years, we're getting close to, well, $750 billion. Is that $1 trillion?